So Sean asked, do you have any advice for dating while depressed as fuck? And a lot of people would tell you, hey, just work on yourself first and then go date. But I'm not going to tell you to do that because I realize that fixing depression could be, years of work. And you might not want to forgo companionship during that time. So the first thing that you need to understand is if you're dating while you have depression, you're at risk for two different things. Number one, you're going to bring bad energy in the direction of who might be a healthy person, right? So if the girl's very emotionally healthy and whatnot, and she can tell you're stuck in sort of like this low frequency, it's going to turn her off, and you're going to lose her with that bad energy if you're bringing it to her. Okay, so that's the first pitfall. The second pitfall is you're going to attract other emotionally broken women, and that's even a bigger threat because, there's no guarantee that that person is going to fix it, and then you're going to have a miserable relationship or life for as long as that you're with that person. So you can see that in this way, it's absolutely imperative that you fix it. And let's talk about how to fix it. So basically, there's a spectrum of mental focus in terms of, on one pole, there's the past, the other pole, there's the future, but there's also in the middle, the present moment, okay? Now, if your mental focus is in the future, like for example, let's say you're about to go on a date and that girl's really hot and your mind is like, oh, I hope the girl likes me. Well, your mind is in the future, you're not actually on the date yet, and so now you're going to be anxious because your mind's in the future. Likewise, if your mind is in the past, if you're always in your memories and you're really sentimental and you're thinking about things that used to, that happened to you or things that you did bad or anything like that, when your thoughts are in the past, it's going to make you depressed. And so the discipline is constantly shifting our mind, which always bounces around, between the past and the future, constantly shifting our mental focus to the present moment. Okay, now when you do that, you're not going to be anxious and you're not going to be depressed. Now, there's definitely a chemical element to depression in the sense that, it has to do with things that you're eating and whether or not you're getting exercise and et cetera, and that's a very real thing too. But I cured my depression solely off of, the mental focus thing. Now, the other thing is you're going to be a lot more apt to being depressed if your life sucks. So if you have a shitty job or if you have bad people around you or anything like that, you've got to build things that make you feel cool about yourself, like certain skills and whatnot, right? Lifting weights, martial arts, etc. And you have to get the bad people out of your life. Now, all that being said, if you're going to date in the meantime, just make sure that you're cultivating as much good energy as possible, okay? And immediately dumping any negative thoughts that enter into your mind, immediately dumping them out, and you'll have better dates.